What's up everyone, welcome back to the Durbin Compound. So if you haven't met me already, my name is Devin Durbin. Today we're going to do a cost of ownership on my Mercedes. So this is a 2017 C300 4MATIC, the Sport Edition. And this is a package 1, 2, and infotainment car. So I'm going to go over the cost of ownership in the last 2 years that I've owned it. About a year and a couple months. I bought it in I bought it in October of 2016. It was a new 2017 model. So I want to go over a couple things and just how much money I've put into this over the last year and a half. I'm bad at math, so screw it. So this, as of right now, has 69,000 miles on it. I have been driving the wheels off this thing, and it's been pretty great to me. I really haven't had to do a lot. So these are numbers based on that 69,000 miles. And the amount of gas used and the amount that I have paid down on the car. So we're not going to go over the actual the sale price. This stickered out for around $53,000. So I'm not going to go by the money that I still owe on the car. I'm going to talk about exactly how many payments I've made in that time period, and then how much that's cost me. So if I sell the car right now and I break even, that'll be the cost of ownership. So I've done 5 oil changes on this. I'm getting ready to do my 6th at 70,000 miles. So I do all of the maintenance myself, which has kept the cost very, very low on this. The dealership is right around $125, $150 depending on where you go. I do it for $75. So you can just see that for the most part the maintenance has been very small on this because of me doing all the maintenance myself. Even the transmission fluid flush, where the dealership wanted $575 to do it, I did it for $215 worth of parts and a little bit of my time. So those are things that I saved money on, where if you were looking at doing all the maintenance through the dealership, your cost might be significantly more. Let's go through the amount of things that I've done just up to now at that almost 70,000 mile mark. So I've done 5 oil changes. I've done an air filter twice. I've done rear brake pads, new tires once, spark plugs, cabin air filter, and transmission fluid change. And I've also put in that $7 that I spent on the filling adapter for the transmission fluid change. So all in, when it comes to maintenance alone and just the overall routine maintenance parts needed, I'm at $2,271 in maintenance over the last year and 6 months. So I do drive the car a lot. Doing 69,000 miles in under 2 years is a lot of driving. To get that mileage at a 2,700 or 27 miles to the gallon is what I average. Gosh, I'm lost for words. I have used 2,154 gallons. So that equates to $6,464 in gas if you put it at that $3 mark, which I averaged it out at. So I've put $6,400 in fuel in the car, $2,271 in maintenance items. I also added in another set of rear tires. I'm going through the camber issue right now. In the last 6 months, I've wore out a set of tires because of the camber issue. It's an inherent design flaw with Mercedes. I need to get a camber kit for it so I can adjust it out. They can no longer align the car. I need to figure out if that's a warranty issue or if I'm going to have to just buy a camber kit for it. So in the near future, I will figure that out. I digress. So all in all, that cost me, to add those two up, that cost me $8,735 to drive the car. That's not including the money that I've put into owning the car. So hopefully that truck is not too loud driving by. So I bought the car. Obviously you still owe the bank some money, but you're paying monthly payments. So as of right now, we're just going to add up the amount of monthly payments that I have put on the car in the last year and 6 months, and I'm right around $8,000. So put $8,000 into the actual monthly payment on the car, and then you put the $8,735 to drive those 69,000 miles, and you come up with a grand total of ownership over the last year and 9 months, or whatever it equates out to, at a grand total of $16,735 that it's cost me to drive this car for the last year and 6 months, or a year and 9 months. Man, I did it again. So it doesn't really matter, but for the last 69,000 miles, and me driving it, driving the wheels off of it, that's how much it's cost me, $16,735. So that's my cost of ownership. So, you know, depending on how you drive, how many miles you put on the car, exactly, you know, how much wear and tear you're putting on it is going to break down how much maintenance you would put into it. But of that $16,735, only $2,200 of the price was maintenance parts. So, you know, a lot of it was fuel, being $6,400, and the biggest chunk of it was that $8,000 paid on the monthly payment. So that's just a small breakdown of the cost of ownership. If you have any detailed questions, put them in the comments below. If you like my content, go ahead and hit subscribe. I'd really appreciate it if you smash that like button. You can give me a thumbs down if that's what you're into, but I hope you enjoyed, and I will see you guys next video.